4, 3, 2, 1. Allez, c'est parti.
Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode where I will guide you through our race at the Course de Mont. Originally I would have wanted to make the video just as every other video that I posted so far, but while I took a lot of footage of the race, when scanning the footage I had to realize that there wouldn't be a consistent thread throughout the whole weekend, and you probably wouldn't understand everything that was going on. So I decided to just go ahead and sit in front of the dreaded camera. So I hope you bear with me on that. But yeah, let's just jump into the race. Friday afternoon, Alina and I packed our stuff, which was quite a lot. And then we went over to Werner's place. Werner being one of my work colleagues who decided to join us and join me, especially in the 70k race, which was really motivating. So we took on the journey to Fontenay, which took, I guess somewhere around 1.5 to 2 hours. Yeah, we got to the place, set up our tent, also prepared our race equipment, got our racing bits, and settled in for the night. So this is where we first made the intro for the race.
We arrived today in Fontenay, which is near Porrentruy in the
Jura Mountains.
Yes, in the Jura. We took along our thickest mattresses to get the most amount of comfort possible.
Yes, which normally only have our guests who are sleeping in the living room.
Exactly. So yeah, we are all ready for the race tomorrow. I will be starting at 7 o'clock in the morning, so it's going to be an early morning for me. And Alina's going to start at 9 o'clock. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
I wasn't that nervous in the night before the race, so I slept pretty well. And so we got up at, I guess 5:30. Had everything prepared beforehand, like all the equipment and stuff. So we only had to grab our bags, go to the gymnastics hall, which was just right next to our tent, have breakfast, which we also prepared beforehand, and put on all the clothes. I decided to go a little bit on the warmer side since we would be out all day, and the forecast said that it would be raining for a big part of the day, so I wouldn't want to go too cold. Around there, I didn't really manage to film a great deal of everything that was going on because time got a little tight. We came to the start line. Werner was really excited. I was really excited to get going and starting in the night, or at least when it's still dark, is really a cool experience, which I only got once beforehand, which was the scenic trail. Yeah, so we just got going.
Ja, wie geht's? Und muss auch probieren. 4, 3, 2, 1. Allez, c'est parti, on tous à tous. Et puis for them floor, et puis for them floor.
I settled in I guess the last quarter of the pack because I wanted to go out slowly, not overheating the motor, so to say.
Merci beaucoup.
So I put in some music and just coasted along with several people throughout like the first hour or so until we got to the first major highlight of the course, which is, I guess, at about 6K. You hike up this, I guess it's some kind of gorge, and yeah, which culminates in you having to climb a ladder, and it was all lit up beautifully. That was really exciting. It was really cool. Also, you could see all the other runners, which was a great experience.
Profitez bien de la vue.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 70k race, Trail de Calapri. We have started about an hour 20 ago, so we've already covered some distance, I guess, around 9k. So far, it's all going swimmingly. We're about halfway to the first checkpoint. As you can see, it's become day, more or less, and also it appears to be already starting to rain. So yeah, the weather forecast originally said it would only start at 11:30 or 11, and it's just after 8 o'clock now, so yeah, let's hope it goes away again. Well, if that doesn't mean today is all our lucky day, I don't know, it even is a coveted
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
just amazing. Really have to pace myself right now because I'm super motivated and I would like to go faster, but honestly, like already with this pace, I'm almost certain that at some point I will hit the wall, so gotta go slow. All the other runners, or like a whole lot, have gone out super fast, and yeah, probably I'm in the back quarter like of the whole race, so not where I would like to end up like in the end, but gotta be patient. We are in the first major ascent, up to the first point of the race. Afterwards, it's gonna, like the course is gonna dive down to the first aid station, and then go right back up again. Not to the same place, but the same like altitude. So yeah, still taking it slow, taking it steady. Just as I put the camera away, we have reached the first high point of the race, which is this open field. Going strong. There is a absolutely ginormous bull in there. Well, I guess it's a bull. Maybe it's a cow. Just left the aid station. And some banana and some Coke with water in it. Now on to the next ascent. We've got some beans, corn, potato, some herbs, and I guess a tiny bit of vegan mayonnaise. Yes, tastes great. So, just a few minutes ago, the front of another race passed us. I don't know whether it was the 50k or the 23k, the race which Alina is running at the moment. But yeah, those were some fast guys. This ascent is incredibly steep. Well, not here exactly, but just before. Holy shit.
Allez, allez, allez! Hop, 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 hop.
So, we're over with maybe the worst ascent of the day, or at least like on the steepest. At the longest ascent will come right after the second aid station. Feeling good, having gotten that over with. At the moment, I'm cruising. I hope there won't be too bad of a bonk in the second half of the race, because last time, right after the second aid station in the longest climb, my legs totally cramped up. But I've gotten a little bit wiser since then, so I won't take that much of a break in the second aid station and like start cold into the ascent. I will try to refuel quickly, go slowly up the longest ascent of the day. This ascent now would totally be runnable, but not in my condition and not in this race. But maybe, who knows, in a few years' time.
Afterwards, I got to the aid station. I had my plan laid out. I wanted to move fast, so I filled my bottles up, grabbed some Coke for along the way and some bananas, and went on to the next ascent, which would be the longest ascent of the whole day, and also the ascent which I had gotten really, really bad cramps, like the worst, probably the worst cramps I had during my short running career, like 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago when I first ran the race. So I was a little bit wary going into the ascent and tried to really go in at a conservative pace.
Oof. Just got past the aid station, and aid stations just give you back some life. So I'm in the longest ascent of the day, and yeah, trying to go slow. So I'll pack these out in a minute and then just try to chill out.
And lo and behold, the cramps still came. Not as bad as the last time, but still they came.
I made it over the top of the longest ascent with. Only minor cramps, so I'm happy with that. But still, it could have gone better. And also, this ascent will carry the name Cramp Mountain from now on, at least for me.
The next part after the ascent was some uphill, some downhill, mostly on forest roads, so not too interesting of a terrain. And also it was really lonely. Like I only saw, I guess, 3 runners within the next almost 70k.
I've reached the last ascent up to the next checkpoint, which is only a few k away from the next aid station, where finally I will get to see Alina and at least a part of the rest of my family, so really looking forward to it. Oh man, it's been really hard. I've been managing the onset of the cramps for maybe the last, I don't know how many k, and yeah, it's slowly but steadily getting better, but oh man, it's hard. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And so I guess there was the point where I hit my low spot. It wasn't like the absolutely abysmal feeling like the one that I had 2.5 years before, but I was always on the edge of not wanting to carry on, or at least my legs telling me to not carry on, but my head like still staying positive and yeah, pushing through it. And yeah, I guess I managed quite nicely. I got to it must have been around 45k, the checkpoint, where I sat down, and the lady, or one of the ladies working there, she was really kind to me and offered me some Coke. And yeah, I just found it such a nice gesture, because it wasn't really an aid station, but she saw that I was struggling a little bit. And so I carried on towards the 50k aid station, which would be the place where Alina, Ralph and Angela and also my mother would be waiting for me with some food and also some company, which I was really looking forward to.
Almost at the aid station. Oh, my legs are shot. But from now on, it's gonna be more downhill than uphill, so let's hope that this helps.
Yeah, I got into the aid station. Took a little bit longer of a break there, maybe 5 minutes, and got going again. And knew, like with 20k left, that I would make it. Yeah, and that's what I did. After the aid station, there was a short but steep descent, and from there on it was like some uphill, some downhill, mostly on trails.
I am thoroughly cooked. I guess it's only 17k to the finish.
Sometime later, I got closer to the last aid station, which would be at 62k, and I realized that my goal, which was breaking 10 hours, would maybe be possible. So I had to decide whether I would want to just cruise into the finish and probably get a time somewhere around 10 hours 15 or so, or whether I would like to really go for it and give it my everything and try to get into the finish below 10 hours. And yeah, the latter is what I did. So there was only one major climb left, and then the following descent down into the finish, which I just went for it.
So now I've got to go almost everything downhill, and I'm in a pain cave. I want to make it for 10 hours, so wish me luck.
Probably I was still really slow. I guess I got around 5 minutes 30 or so for the K, but that was everything I could do at that point.
There's the finish line, and I guess I'm gonna make it.
And so I made it to the finish in 9 hours 55, I guess. I'll display the proper time on screen. It was a huge relief to make it under 10 hours. Yeah, it was everything I could do on the day, and I'm super stoked to have done it in less than 10 hours.
Ist das der Werner? Hopp zusammen!
That day, the only thing that was left was to get shower, get dressed, get some great food.
Good morning. We had just coffee and tea delivered to our bed. How are you feeling today?
Legs are feeling beaten up, otherwise I'm feeling good.
How do you feel about the race yesterday?
Good as well. Yeah, I was struggling from somewhere around 35k. Like the whole rest, like the second half of the race, was just managing my legs that were cramping up, and there were some really rough patches and some not quite so rough patches.
Like Courtney de Volta would say, ultra running is just solving problems all the time.
Yeah, yeah, it felt exactly like that. It was really cool. I think even though my legs cramped up, I managed my resources nicely, because like the whole race I was just picking up people, so I was super happy. And in the end, like with 8k to go, I realized that my goal of 10 hours would be possible, so that was like a blessing, but also quite hard, because I realized that I have to give it all to make it under 10 hours. So the last 8k I really dug deep and it hurt a lot, but yeah, it was all the better afterwards. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And you, Alina?
I enjoyed my 23.6k race. Yeah, it was really nice first race of this length, and yeah, I just enjoyed it actually.
What was your goal?
Yeah, my goal was, or at least Flo said I could do it in 3 hours, and I just crossed like the little hilltop, which is like, I don't know, 500 meters from the finish, very slippery 500 meters. And when I crossed this little hilltop, I heard the bells ringing from the church, so I knew it was 12 o'clock. And so meaning I was running for 3 hours, and it was really, really nice. It was like a welcoming ringing of the bells, and then I eventually did it in 3 hours and 2 minutes and 50 something seconds. So yeah, it was really, really nice. Today our challenge is cheering on our family members.
Yeah, that will be. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes.
Tu és a Katzi Primi. Allez! Go round! Schon 10 Meter geschafft!
3, 2, 1, et c'est parti, bonne course à tous! Vous n'êtes que des terribles!
Where's Valentina? Go, 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 go!
3, 2, 1, et bonne course à tous!
Go get him, Luke! Go Angela! Go Luke! Go Angela! Give him the booty! Yes!
Good. Oh, so beautiful. We are incredibly lucky today.